Have you ever stopped to think about who the people really are who serve your coffee or clean your office? We live in a world of appearances, where the uniform you wear defines the respect you receive. Fear has a specific smell. They say it's metallic, cold, like the taste of blood in your mouth. And that night, Elena could taste it. She had exactly 3 minutes. 3 minutes before security broke down that door. 3 minutes to decide whether to keep up the lie or accept the end of her life. Are you looking at a criminal? No, at least not on paper. But in the world of the ultra-rich, where the value of a simple napkin exceeds your monthly salary, existing in the wrong place is a capital crime. This is the story of the night an invisible cleaning woman made the mistake of becoming visible. And the price for that mistake was a terrifying mental game with the most powerful man in the room. Pay attention, because in this story, a luxury dress is not a fairy tale. It's a target on your back. The Grand Palace Hotel was not just a building. It was a fortress, and that night, the Golden Mask Ball turned the ballroom into a shark tank. Elena knew the rules. Rule number 1, don't make eye contact. Rule number 2, don't be noticed. The head of security, Mr. Cavalcanti, didn't manage a cleaning crew. He managed prisoners. Elena wasn't there by choice. Her mother was in the ICU, connected to machines that cost $200 an hour. Every drop of sweat from Elena that night wasn't just worth money. It was worth minutes of life. The pressure wasn't to keep her job. It was to keep a heart beating. Until the sound of shattering glass stopped the music. A drunk guest, a tray of red wine, and an impact that sounded like a gunshot. No one looked at the guest. Every eye, like laser cannons, turned to the gray stain on the floor. To Elena. She was soaked. The wine looked like blood on her uniform. Cavalcanti emerged from the shadows like a ghost. He didn't shout. What he did was worse. He whispered in her ear, "You have 5 minutes to disappear. If I see you again, I'll call the police." Where do you run when the walls are closing in? Outside, the rain would freeze her bones. She couldn't leave like that. Panic shuts down logic and turns on instinct. Elena slipped through the first unlocked door she found. The presidential suite. The room was dark, and on the bed, like a cruel twist of fate, a black dress. There were no towels, just that black fabric, smooth as the night. She heard the door handle turn. Someone was coming in. It was an act of desperation. She ripped off the stained uniform. The smell of wine made her nauseous. She put on the black dress, not to look beautiful, but to camouflage herself. In nature, prey disguises itself to avoid being devoured. She held her breath. She was safe, for now. But she had just stepped into the lion's den, because the balcony was not empty. Julian, the host, the man whose lawyers could destroy Elena's life before she even blinked. He turned around. He saw her. The silence between them stretched into eternity. The wind howled outside. He stepped forward. Elena backed toward the railing. "Trapped. Are you real?" he asked. His voice wasn't angry. It was curious. Elena knew if she stuttered, she was done. "As real as this cold," she replied. Julian was a professional observer. He looked at her hands, hands that weren't soft, working hands. Hands that knew bleach, not expensive creams. He knew. He had to know. So why didn't he call security? Why did he take off his own jacket and place it over her shoulders? They talked there, in the dark. Elena, the frustrated architect, spoke about the building's structure with a passion she had forgotten she possessed. For a moment, she forgot she was an intruder. Julian listened as if she were decoding a secret message. "You don't belong in this place, do you?" he said, looking into her eyes. Elena's heart stopped. The lie was over. But before she could answer, the door flew open. Harsh lights flooded the darkness. The security radio crackled loudly. Cavalcanti burst in. "Found you!" His shout shattered the spell. "Thief! Trespasser!" The illusion collapsed. Elena was once again the terrified cleaning woman. "Take that dress off now! We're going to the police station!" Elena cried. She looked at Julian, one last silent plea for help. But Julian stood still. The tension was unbearable. Her fate was sealed. Prison, her mother's death. Cavalcanti grabbed her arms, and then Julian's voice sliced through the air, colder than ice. "Let go of my guest." The world stopped. Cavalcanti laughed nervously. "Mr. Julian, she's part of the cleaning staff she stole." I said, "Let go of my guest." Julian repeated slowly, "If she's wearing it, it's hers. If she's on my balcony, she's with me." Julian had known from the very first moment. He saw the hands. He saw the fear. But that night, surrounded by rich and empty people, the only authentic thing he found was Elena's dignity. He didn't just save a damsel in distress. He saved the only person who had made him feel something real in years. Elena left that party not as a fugitive, but escorted by the owner of the empire. Julian paid for her mother's treatment. No, they didn't get married the following week. Real life takes time. But he gave her the chance to use those hands to design buildings, not clean them. We all wear masks. But remember this story the next time you cross paths with someone who cleans your floor or serves your table. Beneath an invisible uniform may lie the brightest soul in the room, or the most desperate one. Never confuse clothing with the person. Because fate loves to play tricks and reverse roles when we least expect it. I am Sue Elias, and this was the story of how a cleaning woman became a queen for one night and survived to tell the tale. Sleep well, if you can.